First of all, thank you for looking into doing business with me. I respect your time, so I'm going to get straight into it. I'm going to break this into two different segments. The first segment is going to be if you're already doing business with me or about to do business with me, you could keep watching from here. If you're looking at doing business with me and just want to know more about it, click this timestamp right above. All right. So let's say you are doing business with me. This is what is needed. So I made this document. This is in my Skool community. It's called changing your return address. All this is there's a whole bunch of steps in here. Well, not really. There are like 7 steps. It's log in essential settle, open up your settings, change your return settings, because all that we're trying to do is take a certain number of products that we agree on, whatever we discuss, and it depends a lot on your product. If it's something that's smaller, you probably want more samples of it. If you get a lot of returns, if it's a high dollar, high ticket item, maybe you don't get as many returns, so you don't need as many returns looked at. But we'll say throw a number out, 30, just so we have a basis to look at. Say we have 30 samples, you need to change your central seller to shift 30 of those samples. So when customers return it, it'll go through Amazon's fulfillment, through Amazon FBA, and get sent to my address, which I will DM you. And then I will review those 30 items. And after those 30 items are hit and 30 items have been sent to the address, you can change your settings again, change your return settings, go back to the original thing. There is also something called returnless refunds where you don't actually return it. So you could shift to that afterwards if you don't want to your returns anyway, or shift back to whatever you were doing beforehand. All right, now let's assume that you're not doing business with me and you want to know more about how I operate and how I run a project. So the first thing that we need to do is identify a product. So what product of yours has the most issues that you want resolved? Let's say it's maybe a pencil. We talk a lot about pencils as examples on this channel. Let's say you have a pencil, and let's say you have abnormally high returns, even on Amazon standards. You have abnormally high returns and you want to reduce those. The best way to do that is by gathering your returned items. Gather your returned items, analyze them, and then provide feedback to your factory on how to fix those defects. How are these customers getting these products? How are they getting a poor experience based on the product they receive? And you can compile all of that, whether it's certain failure modes that they're all seeing or a whole bunch of small ones that you can fix. Whatever you could do, you could wrap all these together and reduce returns. If you don't have time for that, which I'm assuming you don't, business can be very busy. This is how I can save you money. You can change your return address. That's what this whole document is for. It's about changing your return address to come to me instead for 30 samples. I just threw that out as a number. That's a number we could decide on. If it's pencils, you probably would want more than 30 samples sent here. If it's keyboards or monitors, then you don't need nearly as much. But regardless, if you're changing your return address, shipping it to me, I will do that breakdown. I will do that analysis. I will write that report, and then I will share that with your factory too. I will work with your factory to produce a CAP, which is a corrective action plan. And from that corrective action plan, we could then improve the product before it gets back to the customers for either the next time around, the next shipment that's done, or a rolling change for the future shipment. I will handle all of this, and you won't have to worry about a thing. All you need to do is change your return address. And if you want to be present on the meetings, you're always more than welcome to. But the only thing that's required of you for this project is to change your return address once at the beginning and then a second time once we hit the number of products that we want. If it is 30, after 30 samples are sent to me, you just have to change it back to what you did originally. That's all you have to do. I'm going to link these 2 other videos. One's more of a product breakdown of me actually showing an example of, just based on reviews, how I would look at a product, not less so of like what I would do when it's actually in front of me. And then link another video on another how to that could really help produce results.